more, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you, they was blocking the shine. Now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Friday episode of TK's Chronicles of a Black Sheep. I'm TK, your host, as always. I don't even know if I want y'all to cut up tonight, Lord Jesus. Go ahead, Pinks, with your new do. I'm go do what you do, Pinks. Oh, that's what we getting tonight? We just getting Nick away.
Oh, look, I was on mute. Let me do it one more time.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, I'm ready.
All right, sir.
What it do? What it be like? What's going on?
Y'all real modest tonight. Y'all all right?
Yeah.
Man, nature is messing with me today. I don't know. That's what I get for trying to explore some parts of Korea that ain't been explored yet. And now my bowels are like, hey.
Oh, damn.
Hey.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. So, hey.
So when
he
go
dark,
yeah,
still on. You already know what time it is.
Ooh.
You already know what time it is.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
I'm pale. I got pale now. Yeah.
You.
No, he didn't.
Okay. You pale. You right. So we go. Ooh, Jesus. Here we go. So tonight, of course, we all know that April is Autism Awareness Month, as well as Acceptance Month. And I myself could not let us go out of the month without having this episode. It's just impossible. So we get to see a different angle this year, and I'm excited because we get to see it from a father's point of view, which is super duper amazing. And I know many people, that's rare, but we got y'all tonight for real. So tonight we have my friend that used to be singing. Do you still be singing? You was humming some notes. I didn't heard you. There's some video. Look, I seen pictures. Matter of fact, I got one on my phone. You was standing in the pulpit with you. Yeah, I'm just saying. But you
should share that pic. I can use it for Throwback Thursday or something.
I'm gonna send it to you because Daddy told me, "Yeah, take a picture of this," and I was like, "Woo! Yeah, you know, some of them pictures need to be like in the bottom of a cabinet, like pushed all the way.
Nah, man, I ain't ashamed of my past at all. It's what it is.
As we should not. We have come a mighty long way. So most definitely. So tonight, my friend, this awesome father that is out here in the trenches, like I'm in the trenches, and I love it. Just full of ultimate and blessings. He is the creator and host of the Help Myself podcast. And I'm going to let him toot his horn on the rest of his accolades.
Accolades. My biggest accolade, man, is I am the father of Jon M. Singletary Jr., a.k.a. LJ. That's my autism hero. And our journeys, that's him in the background getting wild. And that's the biggest for me. You know, I've done a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but being his father is by leaps and bounds the most impactful thing that I've done in my entire life. So
most definite. Well, so you wasn't gonna talk about the book?
Oh man, it's been so long. Matter of fact, next month will be 5 years. So yeah, got a book, podcast, retiring from the Air Force here soon. So I'm excited about that.
I see that.
Yeah, so
That's
23 years. It's time to hang it up.
I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with it, and definitely salute you and appreciate you for your service. Because some of them stories I be hearing, I be like, Lord bless y'all, Jesus. Because
depending on who's telling the story, sometimes
that's true too. That's true too. Yeah. But you also, which I definitely love, you have the Monday morning mind hacks, where you drop some of the biggest and best gems. Like,
look at you being nice to me. I don't know how to deal with all of this. I'm not used to you being nice to me.
Really?
You know what?
You did.
Tell us how you really at.
I gotta think long and hard about the long time you were nice to me.
I was about to go there. I was really about to go there, but I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna try to behave tonight. I'm gonna try to behave tonight. But yes, so he drops awesome gems on Monday mornings, and it be relatable. So yes, Monday's Monday Mind Hack was very much of relatable. I was like, oh, y'all in my business early Monday morning. That's what we doing. So I definitely love it. So getting into it, I don't know where I want to start with you. I don't. But let's start with LJ. I call him LJ the DJ because he be playing his music and he be on point. Look, when I say this is an old soul, he has an old soul and he be jamming. Like, he be playing the music.
Yeah, we had a ladies' night. We was talking about relationships, and this junker was playing Luther. I said, no.
He was on it. The women was like, hey. We was all in the background like, he was on it. Like, he be on it with the music. I be loving. I was like, all right, he finna teach you something for real. He finna teach playlist. Go on, let LJ make a playlist.
Noted.
Yes, he be on it. So with us talking, of course, about autism, when did LJ get diagnosed?
He got diagnosed when he was 3. So so we got I would say it was pretty early. You know, there's a lot behind it. I mean, there's a lot of camps that are divided on it, but so he was developing normal, was talking, counting up to 10, all of that stuff. And I remember taking him in for his MMR vaccination. And I distinctly remember her telling me he was behind on one. And I said, can you give him 2? And she gave him 2. And he got really sick. And we had to take him to the emergency room that night. He had 105 fever. And, we got through that. But then his daycare provider started saying, I'm starting to see some regression, and, we went to check his hearing, all the stuff that they put you through, check his hearing, or check this, check that. And then finally they was like, nah, I think it might be autism. So, people say, no, it's not the vaccines that do it. But I'm like, you can't tell me what I experienced firsthand. So, and it's too many of us to tell these stories.
I was just about to say that.
And I love, oh man. See, I love that you said that because I feel the same way with Asante. Santi, yeah, he was the typical, ear infection, stuff like that. But he kept getting ear infections for some reason. So we're like, what the hell? Like, he's not laying down drinking a bottle, nothing like that. So we stayed back and forth. But that one set of shots he got, when he got that shot, it's like everything went, and he was sick. Like, we got that shot, and what we thought was hands, foot, and mouth, because that's what it looked like. Just little bitty bump starting, and I'm like, I know this ain't what you got from daycare. Like, I'm looking like no. But by the morning hit, he was fully covered. He didn't have an empty spot on his body. And we're like, what in the hell is going on? I worked in daycare for a long time. Never seen that before. So that issued 3 days of tests. They, oh man, he got Kawasaki disease. Say what? So it's looking like something with his heart. Then, 3 days of them sticking my baby, sticking. And I'm like, what in the hell? And when I started doing my own research, the connection did lead back to a shot.
Wow.
And I'm like, ain't this about? Yeah, because he didn't get diagnosed till 6. And this was like a push off, because his doctor kept saying, well, he's been sick. He's been this. That delay is expected with everything that he didn't, all his setbacks. And I'm like, no, because I'm seeing something else. So I'm actually glad that you said that. I really am. Hey, Derek. Hey, Esmeralda, tongue-tied, and the intellectual soapbox. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Hey, dope discussions. So, with this, explain some of the changes that LJ has gone through in the life changing, some of those things.
Wait, what? The what?
Well, it's life. He had life changes, but he's had loss early. And this is what has you, not saying that you were not a father before, but this has put you into full-time dad mode.
Right. Okay. So yeah. I mean, LJ's had a journey for a 16-year-old.
Yes.
So in 2017, late 2017, early 2018, his mom was diagnosed with cancer. We just found out in January of 2018, and it was an aggressive lung cancer. And she had never smoked or anything like that. And it was stage 4 when they discovered it. So we we'll go to the Atlanta Treatment Center and all that. But she passed away. We found out early January, and she was gone March 1st. So,
wow.
I came in. We weren't together. We were divorced. So I come in as the ex and had to figure all this stuff out. But, LJ was a trooper. But that set the stage for... So I had always said, I think when he get older, it'd be good for him to start staying with me permanently. Mm-hmm. And I would have loved to have had it another way than this, but that was the introduction to our time to go to the next level. And his mom, man, she is amazing, and she did her thing, and she's with us. And I've said so many times, I know you guiding us, because I didn't know. Man, let me tell you something. I was like, how am I going to get him enrolled in school? How do I find provider? I was lost. I was like it was times where I almost picked up my phone and called her, like, how do you do this? Man, she did her thing. So, but we got in there, man. He helped me out. He was patient with me, because daddy didn't do it like mama. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I appreciate him being patient with me, because it took a while. But we already had a connection. He was spending summers with me. So it wasn't that big of a change, but I mean, just that's a huge thing. And I think we attempt to talk about it peacefully, the journey, but that's a huge thing in life, a loss like that at any age, at any stage. And there's still pieces of us that are broken, that will probably always, there's a hole that will always be in both of our hearts, but we're grateful, and I mean the opportunity. So we do our best to look at the positives from it and be thankful and grateful.
Yeah.
Definitely. I remember you were speaking on his adjustment where he was going through the house looking for her.
That's the roughest one. That's the hardest memory for me.
Whew, like that had me all in my feelings, because one of the things I always speak about is when you're a parent of a child with a disability, you feel like you can't die. And
we talked about this.
We did, which was crazy, because
yeah.
we had just had this parent to parent, homie to homie conversation, and I was like, oh, like people don't get it. It's different when you have a child with a disability, because you can't just leave them to anybody. Like,
not at all. You know, there's a picture of a mother. I think she's in her 90s and her son is in his 60s, and you know she's taking care of him. And I just thought about that. I'm like, I want that. You know, I want to live long enough to see LJ get in his 50s and 60s, because you know, I know there are people that'll step up, but can't nobody love him the way that I do. Nobody is going to take care of him the way that I do. And that's the fear. There is that who is going to really, like, you know, I plan out life and the experiences that I want him to have and the kind of life that we want to live. And no matter how much somebody else loves him, my fear is that it'll just be the technical part. I got to make sure he's clean and he's fed and this, that, and the other. And it's not, how is he experiencing life, and, you know, how is he feeling about things? And obviously I know I'm wrong, because we've got some family that loves him. There's some people I really trust, but can't nobody do it like me.
That part, like that part right there, it ain't. And when you know what your routine and everything is like and what you do, even I'm gonna throw that little mix of how our elders operated, and then when they see us now and they're like, why are you doing that? Why do he have a therapist? Why do he need speech? Why do he, like, for them, I'm doing too much, trying to make sure that he has everything that he needs, everything for him to be a successful functioning adult. For them, I'm doing too much.
I will say I do have a benefit. I'm not home. So, you know what? Y'all can think what y'all want to think. I'm out here on my own, so he going to get everything and some more. So I do have that benefit. I don't. And, you know, shout out to my mom. She's super supportive and everything. But there's nobody really locally or anybody that I have to deal with like that questions the decisions that I make.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a space that you have to find, because, and I was going to talk about it later, but I guess it's a good time to get into it. I watched a movie years ago, and this was before LJ's mother passed, and it was about some special needs kids in China. And what would happen is the people, because of the culture, they would like just discard special needs children. And so this hospital started this thing where you could drop them off at the hospital and they would take them to this orphanage where they would take care of them. And, you know, there was a lot of people that got involved, and they were talking to some of the people. And one of the parents said, what I focus on is my child's happiness. I focus on our connection, and I just tune everybody else out, because if my child is safe, happy, and well, you know, established, then what everybody else thinks doesn't matter. And I realized that a lot of what was going on is, well, what are people going to think when I go in the store and LJ's at, because oh my God, he used to be so hyper, man. Oh, my man went into the grocery store, and I swear he tried to knock everything off the shelf. I was like, yo, what is going on, man? But, you know, but once I got to the point where, you know, I'm not worried about what other folks think. You know, take it or leave it. You know, me and him, we're having a good time. We living life. And one of my friends, he pointed it out. He said, we were with you all weekend, and you know, you would just go into places and it was just you and LJ kicking it, and you never treated him like different. And I was like, nah, because we here, you know, like,
yes,
it's about me and him. And then also, and I'm just talking, I apologize. I get passionate.
You good.
But also what happened was, working with people that work with special needs children and special needs folks, I met some amazing people that really restored my faith in humanity. There are just so many amazing people. And a lot of people, it's not even that they're bad people, they just don't understand. And offer grace to that. But there are some people that are amazing. There's people in my building that seek him out. He got a little fan club out here, you know, and so experiences like that really are encouraging, and you know, they really, you know, they give you that will to go on. And then, you know, my best friend, yo, he is not a game. Like, I was all scary at first, and he was at the time I was stationed in Southern Illinois. I was my man right here, you know about Scott Air Force Base, but yeah, I was out at Scott, right outside of St. Louis, and he came out, and we went down to St. Louis, and I was all scared. He was like, man, quit being scary. Let's get on the let's go up onto the top of the arch. Let's see. He was like, just do stuff with him, man. And I'm the one scared. LJ was having a ball. Like, so, you know.
That's awesome.
Hey, so let me ask you this question real quick. While I'm thinking about it, because you just hit on something. Do you think it's a difference because you being in the military versus somebody who's not? Because I know in the military we have access to like different programs that I shouldn't say normal people, but civilians don't.
Nah, you're right. I will say this. When I was out at Scott, which was a smaller community outside of St. Louis, everything was more centralized. So now I'm out here in DC, and everything is everywhere, and it's what are the Virginia laws, and what are the Maryland laws, and what are the DC laws, and it's been a little bit more difficult out here, but you're spot on for two reasons. You know, obviously, I'd be in therapy and, you know, special classes with other folks and listening to their struggles. I'm like, I ain't got to worry about none of that. Like, it is what it is. But from another perspective, we do have a community that's bonded closer. And so, like, that's kind of built into the fabric of what we do. When you're at a base that does it right, you know, I'm not going to say everybody does it right, but I've been privileged, you know, to what we call is the Exceptional Family Member Program, EFMP. And so they connect you with resources and things like that. So you know, I think the military is a big deal. And then the other part, the military got me up from home. So that helps too, not being at home.
Woo. That part, but you know me, I'm gonna do what I do. I've always moved to the beat of my own drum, so I'm gonna do what I do.
Facts.
And
Facts.
You know, everybody going this way, and I'm going this way. So, yeah, I brush it off, but in the end, it's like they like, you know, my dad tells me, he's always told me, even before I've had sons, even when they, you know, that I was a good parent and he was proud of me. So, you know, and I hear that, you know, probably twice over more, because he knows. He was like, yeah, nobody's going to do what you do for him. So, you know, I appreciate that. One of the questions I was going to ask you too, because I know when I first started off, like, with you being in the military, is there like a issue like with LJ when he's meeting new people or coming across new doctors or anything along that?
Nah, not my child. He's 100% pure extrovert. Like, nah, my problem is like, yo, you can't just be walking up to people like you think everybody's his friend. Like, he's during the pandemic, that was my worry. I was good. I was like, I ain't got to go deal with people. I'm like, but my baby over here is suffering. He need to go get some. So now we don't have that issue because his mom was an extrovert and he got it directly from her. He is for the people.
Woo, because I know we had that issue where Santi didn't like the new people he's looking like. He wouldn't mess with you. But it was like if he seen a baby, he just had to go. He wants to play peekaboo and everything with the baby. And I'm like, boy, hey, over here, we don't know them people. And I don't know what their reaction gonna be. And I'm not trying to go to jail for putting hands on somebody because they don't understand that,
right?
This little black boy.
It happens quite often. You be like, all right, now you don't want to get no fisticuffs now because I will tear all of this up.
Yes, that was a fear, and I'm like, Lord,
but that's a personality flaw of mine. I start there and then work down.
You gotta get that warm up, like the old Buick, and you're like, oh, okay, we good, we in a place. Because LJ is a whole vibe. I see the videos that y'all take, the pictures and stuff, and he just be like the leader of the pack. He be gone looking at you like, when you gonna catch up? Like, he definitely be like, when you gonna catch up? Because I'm right here. So like, come on. Like the one, I think watching the footage with you and the guys from the Real Shop Talk when y'all were on y'all meetup, and he was just like, let's go, I got this. Like he was like tour guide mode, like he was ready. And I'm like, I love his spirit because I love both of their spirits. Like I even look at Santi and I almost got like teary-eyed with him and my dad today. And he's kicking it and he's like, so what the grades look like? And Papa, I got 4 A's and I got 3 B's, and he done ran. I'm like, oh, you remember? Okay. And they go through their routine. So how much is an A? How much is a B? Well, how much is that all together?
Right? Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna look out for the babies. Come on.
Hey, it's always. Mm-hmm. So he's shooting it off. So he's like, man, you and Rue is killing my pockets because y'all killing it. So they go through the routine, and Dad was looking. He said, oh, Papa ain't got no change. And he said, that's okay, Papa. I don't need it. You keep your money. You need it. And my dad, and I see him just melting. And he was like, man, you were just the sweetest. Like his spirit is just so everything. He's like, you ain't got a wallet. And he was like, no, Papa, but I don't need one of them till I'm like 13. And he said, no, you can get one now, Papa. No, Papa, you can save your money. You good? I'm good for right now. I just put it in my pocket. So I was just looking, and that just me watching that bond with them is just like everything for me. And I'm like, oh, but they are sweet. They are the sweet, just sweet. You can just see their personality. They just sweet. And like you said, LJ got a fan club. He got a fan club. I'm like, he come in, Mom, I got this. And I'm like, who gave you that? Oh, Miss such and such. He got a teacher bring him donuts. He got this one over here. And then he get out the car in the morning and he got to get his hug and he got his dap with the fellas and this. And I'm like,
yep, that's it right there.
Yeah.
We need to be hanging with him.
I know, right? Santi, I'm his security. I'm security. Back up.
Yeah, Santi be on it. We be out somewhere and the ladies, oh, can I hug him? And I'm just like, no. He's just such a sweet young man.
That's so you. That's so you no matter what. Oh. That's you. That's you.
You know them some of them church hugs do you to be like that pat. I'm gonna pat you on the. We're gonna do the pat on the back. We don't need a hug. Yeah, let's rub your arm. Yeah, no. Hey, I hug. I'm a hugger, but I hug my babies and I hug my daddy, and my nieces. But Everybody don't need hugs. Everybody.
Any more butts? Any more butts?
Right?
No, I can kiss and hug on my nieces and my nephews and my kids and stuff, but all the outside of the circle, that general circle, everybody don't need hugs. We good on that, but I'll be like, yeah, hey,
Everybody need love.
they do, but that don't mean I have to give it to them. I'm just saying, I stay in my lane, because you go to hug somebody and you be looking like somebody down there. You go and she be looking like, you okay? What's wrong? Huh? Yeah.
Somebody
So
like what?
Somebody. Everybody don't do hugs either. So like you go to try to hug your bestie, and they be around here looking like.
That's for a different reason, though. That ain't got nothing to do with. I just don't want people to. Yeah, that's all that is.
She don't.
She the Heisman.
Yeah, for real. She be acting like you playing. Back in the day, you used to play tag and she doing this.
Baby, it'd be like a relay. Just slap my fingers, and I'm gone.
See, yeah. So you got to know your audience. You got to know who you're dealing with. Everybody can't do the hug. So, and I'll be teaching him. COVID helped him out a little bit though, because he wasn't for the COVID thing. He was like, I had to change barbers because his barber got COVID one too many times. So, like, yeah, we had to.
Was
one too many times? I thought one time was too many times.
Well, it was for him.
Well, I mean, some people get it twice, but when it start being like, I feel you on that one too many times. You get it once, like you can't help it. Like they saying everybody got it at once at this point, but when you like keep getting it.
Yeah, he was like,
you a nasty mother.
Right? That's what I was over here thinking. Like, how you ain't learned? Okay.
It was he was like, I was like, hey, you can't go, because he's like, so yeah, we gonna have to find somebody else. Like, can you cut it at home? We just cut it until we find. And I'm like, hey, I ain't cut hair in a long time, dude. Woo, wait, hold on. Like, I'm like, no, we gotta find you another, because we gotta get edge ups and we gotta be clean. Like we gotta be clean. And that's one thing I can say. LJ always clean. He's sharp than attack. And I promise to God, I love you for that, because one of the things that bother me as a parent is for people to dress their child like they have a disability.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking hate that.
I hate that, man. I hate that. I mean, if your kid is looking like you and you busted, then I understand, but because you don't know no better. You ain't doing it intentionally.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
like the pictures I was showing you earlier.
Those, yes. It's like, can we not do the baby like that? Like can we not make them a target? Because the baby is flooding. Like, he way down here in the shirt, way up here. You just know that's what that is. That's that old back in the day, I'm gonna dress them like that. But I refuse to dress my baby like that. He's still a human being. He is a boy. We gonna be fresh to death over here. We don't do the.
LJ be knowing when he fresh.
He be
knowing. He be profiling. I was like, I see you.
He be posing everything. He be having that extra. He was like, yeah.
I mean, LJ take a picture. He be like.
Yes, very much. I'll be like, oh, he like I said, I love their spirit, because even we talked about even how they handle and adjust to stuff, that we learn so many lessons from them about just how they operate in the world, how they be like, all right, well, keep it moving. And the lessons that we gain from them, even the strength that we gain from them, it's like they hit the reverse button, because it's like we supposed to be giving that to y'all, but they give so much to us in that same aspect of just learning how to operate in life. Because you be like, you know what, you be stressing and they be looking like, okay, tomorrow's a new day, we gonna hit the reset button, bam. I was just like, you show right, you show right. Yeah, it's just a totally different ball game. It's like having that cheerleader in the cut, and you just that day, because it's like they know, they sense little stuff you can be having today, and he can crack a joke, and I'm like all over the car, like, and I be sitting there, and I look and I just think about it, and I'm just in tears because I'm like, dude, for real. Yeah. So it's man, I'm telling you, it's just something just unbelievable. Just seeing him move on, because them first years was rough. Oh, them
really,
first years.
The early part is us getting out of our own way. LJ was little. I found out I was gonna have a son, chest all poked out, got all these plans. I'm playing my video games, and he's the quarterback on my football games, and he's the point guard on my basketball games. I got all these plans, and life showed us a different path. And when we first got the diagnosis, I'll never forget. I was out of it for a day or two. I was just feeling sorry for myself. And I remember sitting on the couch just in that bad place. And when I tell you, LJ was running around the house, terrorizing the dog, laughing and just zipping around crazy. And it was just like I just had a moment where I was like, he is happy. He is safe. He is healthy. That's the assignment right there. Let go of what you thought it was going to be and accept this assignment. And by accepting my assignment, life has brought me far more than I ever I never imagined being in the place. This little boy from San Antonio being where I am now, it's just so much. I never thought I'd be a published author, that I'd, be on a podcast, that I'd be the senior enlisted leader of my command in the Air Force. I never imagined any of this. This wasn't even like when I thought of what was possible for me, best case scenario, I didn't even see this that I'm living. And it's because I accepted the assignment. And so when you talk about we do all that for them, man, my debt of gratitude to LJ, like, there's no way, like, I owe. There's a deficit, because he has made me a man. You know what I mean? He has made me a man. He's given me vision and all that. So I owe him. There's nothing that he owes me. I owe him everything. And it's because you accept that assignment. Gratitude. Are there moments when I think it could have been this? But no, look at what it is. Like, it's amazing. And I accept that. And there's even more in store. So, like, I'm so blessed right now. Like, and there's more in store. Like, crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Because that after retirement, I'm ready to see what this after retirement look like.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, just waking up to a check, like, I'm just like, I'm gonna chill for a little bit.
As you should, sir. As you should.
But I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to make it I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna make it a journey worth following for sure.
That's what's up. I was gonna say some late mornings, but as we already know,
that don't happen around these parts. Late morning. Oh yeah, he let me sleep till 6:15. Well, I'm thankful.
Look at nigga. Look
like, wait.
Look,
yeah, I have some days like in the winter. He sleeps later in the winter, but man, summer coming. Oh, he on 1,000 right now, man. Like, man, we going everywhere, and he just hollering and singing and jumping and carrying on. So, yeah, I'm gonna need this retirement so that I could catch naps while he in school.
That part, because baby, like, oh man, like, oh, I'll be thinking about like if I ever miss sleep before, like did this 11, 12-year journey,
we never realized that we could operate on such a small amount of sleep.
Man, I laugh because they all holler, when do you sleep? Go to sleep. Like,
because even when they go to bed early, then we need a couple of hours to ourselves because we're like, man, I don't have no time for me. Let me take this time, and then we up and then back up it. So I say that my household is run by grit, prayer, and coffee.
Man, like it's crazy because he cut up on the sleep, like them little every 3 hours. And then as he got older, he didn't start really hitting the point to sleeping through the night till he was almost 8. So we was still on them.
LJ do so good now, but he had him mornings, so he will pull up on me at like 4:45 with his iPad, like I'm ready to go. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna set you up. You go back in there. No, he like my bathroom. He go in there, turn the light on. I'm like, how am I supposed to sleep? You got the light on in my room, but I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Because I laughed when you was talking about that too. He gets up playing music, and I was like, yeah, you get them Saturday morning wake ups 7 days a week. That wake up when your mama get up and she playing that music because it's time for you to get
up. You hear Luther and Atlantic Star and all that. You be like, oh, I know what this is. This is a setup.
Yeah, that the wake ups, boy. I'll be like, man.
When you hear Anita Baker playing at 7:30 in the morning, you know what time it is.
You already know. That is the alarm clock to get up. Definitely that alarm clock to get up. I'm like, man, dude. And I see Hope is in the comments, and she's one of the ones. She'll text me because she be up just like I be, and she was like, go to sleep. But I can't. Like, I gotta be like super, like the end of my day is gonna be on where I'm probably get sleep is probably Sunday after everything from during the week. It's on Sunday, and I don't know, we in tune on Sunday because he sleep like a mug on Sunday. He out of there, so we ride them wheels to like 4:45, 5 o'clock. Sunday we sleep. Don't call us, we ain't gonna answer. Because
in line.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunday he's nicely eased on into that self-care day, and I start people game because you already be sensing it, and when they didn't either came in there with you or they moved. And that turn, and it's like your spidey senses. He's finna wake up. So you doing the one eye because you ready.
Right, ain't that the worst part? You see the light coming through, and you be like, wait a minute. And you can't get that deep sleep because you know something's coming.
You know it's coming. I'll be like, okay. And then you don't hear, and I'll be like, I don't hear nothing. I'm gonna close my eye back, gonna try and get this right here. I'm gonna get it as long as I can. But something about Sundays now, he be sleep. I just let him. We sleep together 4:45, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. All right, we got time to shower, eat, go back to bed, and he'll go back to sleep. And I'm like,
yeah, that sounds like heaven. If I could get one day like that.
My Sundays, my Sundays are that day. So
that's a blessing.
Yes, it is, because it'd be hard out here.
Oh, but here's the crazy part. Like, I'd be like, oh, he keep me up, this, that, and the other. Man, I took him down to see his grandmother, and I left him with them for a week, right? That first night I get back, and I'm up in here by myself. When I tell you, I look like a jilted lover in an R&B love song walking around talking about, where's LJ at? I think I hear him. I was so sad and pathetic. I thought I would have took advantage of it. I'm staying at work because I don't want to go home because he ain't there. I'm like, well, I'm a trip. I'm a whole trip.
And see, that's the crazy part that people do not understand. It's like when you've gotten into that routine, that routine is hard to break. So you don't care if he spend the night at somebody's house or he, like you said, with grandma and them, and you sitting up there and you trying to sleep and you like, I wonder what he doing.
Missing your baby.
Missing him. Can't sleep, can't nothing, and you like, well, my baby.
Oh, man, I was looking po that first night. I was looking so po.
That's, man.
As soon as we get in the car and we coming back home, we arguing and carrying on. I'm like, man, see this?
All of that. You like, man, say, this how we gonna start back? But I'm telling you, it's like you know it, so it's like so routine. You just gonna flow through it because the morning's been a little rough. Getting up, the morning's be rough. But you know what's crazy? I could say taco, and it changed the whole morning. When I say taco this morning, baby, he get up, he done did everything we done, we ready, and I'm like, because I said tacos this morning. Now you. I mean, he lightning fast. Don't say taco. He moving like a turtle. I'm like, hey,
taco make my morning too.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
look, say taco. I'm gonna get mine.
Say taco. Hey, whisper sweet nothings in my ear, like
yeah, carne asada with cheese. Yeah,
because that's the
thing. You need to tell these people because they don't know about the carne asada. They be trying to give me some old dry carne asada. I'm like, nah, it got gravy. Player. You wrong. It got gravy.
Now, asada is good.
Got the best Mexican food in the world. Let me tell you something. I done been to Mexico, California, all these other places. San Antonio is the spot. It ain't even, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah. I know even when I lived in Dallas, I was sick. I was sick.
Now, Dallas and Houston be tripping. They ain't even on the same level. Like, are y'all really Texas?
No. I remember I asked for a breakfast taco and they came and bought me a taquito. And it was wrapped up in corn. I said, this ain't no damn breakfast taco. What is this? Man, I was sick.
We was in California. They were like, you got to try the street tacos. I was like, oh, these are cute.
Like, can I get a real taco? Like, what's the opposite of the street? Is it the hood taco? What is it? Because I'm going to need that. That's what I need. I'm going to need a real taco. Yeah, that's real though. You right, because them first, some carne asada with a big red baby.
Girl.
Yeah. Look here. Yeah, them. I'm gonna have to go get one of them in the morning. For real, before I go get my hair done. Now,
what a big red that early in the morning, like you don't love your kidneys.
Look, I don't drink it that often, so.
Oh man, and I love it when you ain't had one in the wild. Them suckers bite.
Ooh, and they burn you real good.
And it's cold.
That must be a Texas thing, cause
it'll change your life, bro.
Man.
I had one. It tastes like rusty tap water.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yes, it do.
I see why they call you the devil's advocate. You over here choosing violence. I see you.
Hey, I just call it like I see it. That's what it tastes like.
You know you're supposed to brush your teeth before you drink it, right?
Oh shit! I had to brush it after because I was like, damn. Is this rust? What's in my mouth right now? Why is everything crunchy?
That was that morning breath.
That wasn't no morning, bro.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna leave that.
That hot heat on the can.
Wow, man. Hey, just admit it. Like, it's Mountain Dew #1.
You tripping?
Oh no. You the
I forgot to text y'all used to drinking lean and everything.
Who is y'all?
Gasoline and all that stuff. So yeah.
That ain't even my area.
You said Mountain Dew though. You could have came up with anything else. Mountain Dew. Like
Mountain Dew is nasty.
It is. That's Mountain Dew.
That's my point.
Yeah, that's Mountain Dew.
That's my point. Like,
yeah, but you can't put Mountain Dew and Big Red in the same. They don't belong.
But Big Red is a Texas thing, so.
Yeah.
But it's a good. But there are people I know when I have relatives that would come from California.
And everything,
yeah, they come down here to take them some Big Red back. They wanted shipment big red and red tortillas, red corn shells to make them in some enchiladas.
I'm starting to get hungry, y'all. We need to move along because my stomach like.
You know what? I'm not dealing.
I'm not having the DA rumbles, but I'm getting the rumbles. I'm like,
you getting them other rumbles.
Yeah, I'm over here rubbing my stomach now. Like,
you always hungry. I'm gonna need you to.
I ain't hungry.
Crackers.
This ain't the hungry stomach pain.
You got the bubble guts.
You got some Depends on.
You in Kusan or Osan?
I'm in Humphreys and Keontae.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the hood. You know where I'm at. I'm in the hood.
Yeah, you're in the hood.
I never knew that. I never thought to think that there was a hood version in Korea.
Right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what it look like? Never mind, because I'll be.
It look like the hood. Like, it's trash, broke down vehicles. You'll think you're in a project with subtitles.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Dead ass. I'm so serious.
I'm still in that in the hood with subtitles.
Well, damn.
Wow. Okay.
You'll see 80-year-old ladies walking down the street pushing carts. And I'm talking about cars be twice their size and they just be pushing them away.
Wow.
Like, yeah, if you stop, you're gonna die.
Wow. So you were just showing us the bougie side when you be taking pictures and showing stuff.
Yeah.
We ain't seen.
That's the pictures I sent y'all was in Seoul.
Now, when you're out there, you ain't trying to stop long enough to take pictures.
Oh well, and the way that y'all put it, yeah, that sound like being on the east.
New Braunfels.
Yeah, there you go, down yonder, Pine Street.
Yeah, but it ain't no crime though, so that's a good thing. They got closed circuit TV everywhere.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you pick your nose. They gonna tell you. They gonna tell you what time, how you did it, what finger.
Oh, y'all ought to be walking down there singing Somebody's Watching Me.
All the time.
Damn. Oh wow. Okay, well. So, I got to ask this wonderful question because I was actually laughing when I tuned in on the podcast that you were on the other night. Dating 101.
Ooh.
We was having a good time on that podcast, man. Shout out to Erica and Gator and Dope Discussion Live. It was popping, man. I had to call my mom. I said, I made it.
It was pure comedy because I was laughing. Y'all questions and stuff were very, very good, very even relatable because it was like, dang, like dating out here is like, it's like looking for Bigfoot, like with a light, with some bifocals, and yeah, like I don't know.
That don't sound like a question to me. It sounds more like a statement.
I mean, it is, but I was just I got caught up in the moment right there when I was thinking about it. That was a moment. I'm like, damn, like dating is like become very foreign. It's like, what is that? Like UTFO. What is that? Yeah, it's up in them. Now it is. Like now it is. But being a single dad, how hard is dating for you?
I don't think that my barrier is necessarily that I'm a single dad. I think it's mental for me. Obviously with the loss of his mother, there was a transition period, and for me, my focus was his wellness and making sure we were transitioning. So there wasn't a lot of effort that was put into it at that time. And then I think mentally, I was struggling getting past bringing someone into our lives. And then the transition became, would they accept us? Like we bring something different. And it's so weird because everybody that meets LJ loves him, but I can't get over how I feel about it. So a lot of it has been me. And because I don't want to say only, but you think about it, it's been 4 years. So there's still parts of us that are transitioning. So it's learning how to date again in my new situation and trying to make sure I have the tools to make good decisions, to mental health, making sure that I'm in a good place. So that's been the real, because and I make this joke too. Like, look, people be talking about, I want a man that's responsible and a good father. And I'm like, I check off all the boxes. What the problem is? But, I think personally, my biggest barrier is me. And once I'm able to get beyond it, as I get beyond it, better opportunities come. The dating game is going to be what it is. I hear people of all walks of life struggling in the dating game, not just single parents, not just like everybody out here got some struggles, except the people that don't have the struggle. And then the ones that ain't talking a lot. Because the ones that out here winning, they quiet, but us out here struggling, we like, oh my God, the dating pool got pee in it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
And a whole lot of other things in it that.
I mean, there's some characters out here, trust me, but
woo! That is an understatement.
Definitely is.
Woo, Lord.
I mean, but that's why I'm loving mid to late 40s, because some of these young guys, man, they don't understand the game. They don't want to pay for dates. They don't want to. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yes.
That is not how this goes. Like
everything is Netflix and chill.
And I don't know if I want you in my house yet.
That's hard. I'm like,
hello.
No, I don't know you. Stranger danger. Like the kids, stranger that I don't know you. Because I ain't gonna lie, while we sitting up there talking about them wonderful tools. Shout out to Derek of Relationship Gumbo, because he be tooling us like man.
Listen, man. I be texting him and telling him I'll be having to stop, because I'm like, he gonna send me a bill if I don't stop asking.
Shit. I'll be like, how many questions have I asked this month? I got maybe 1 or 2 more. Let me push it. No.
Because I
got my phone right now from him this morning, man, and I'm like, man, I don't even know why I asked. I be knowing the answer. I just be hoping that maybe I get a different response. Nope, consistency.
Ain't he though?
Right is right and wrong is wrong. Ain't no gray area with Derek. Ain't no gray area.
No. I know at one time me and Ninka Peaks tag team him in the messenger. What is happening? So it was started out. I was like, so such and such and such and such and such. He was like, he sent me like 50 red flags. I was at work. I said, damn. Okay. My bad.
Humbled you, huh?
Man, he was like, he shut it down, and he was just like, so if it wasn't for the familiarity, you wouldn't even.
I ain't even want to ask my question no more.
After that, she was like, I don't think I got no question. And it cracked. I don't know why it tickles me whenever he cusses, but it tickles me to a whole different point, because he was like, shut that shit down. I was like, yes, sir. Right now, sir. Like, and then she want to punk out and like, I ain't even finna ask my question, because you got like 50 flags right here. I don't think there's no flags left.
Look.
Yeah, that I think
I get it all the time. So John, we had a conversation. He said, this is what you're going to have to do. I did none of it, and I got the result he said I would get. So now I'm doing what he told me to do.
Yeah. Because and it's crazy because, in the beginning you was thinking, man, I got this. I got the phone ringing off the hook. Like, bam, and then when you get older,
No, I told myself, I'm gonna prove dead wrong. Watch this, watch me work. But his response is always, I'm just telling you, you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
because he know you gonna be back. Man, I say, yeah, we thought we was doing it correctly, and now we at our 40s, and we was like, oh shit, I gotta do that in this. I ain't have to do that before, but now I did, because this is a different breed. So you gotta handle them different. I'm like, like it's different now. You got dating homework. And you're like, well, no,
I gotta get to know me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that part. Yeah, and then you didn't got this Derek checklist, and it looked like one of the kids.
Wow. I'm glad I ain't got the checklist, so I'm.
You got it. You just ain't realized it.
I ain't got the checklist, man.
Because you be sitting up there, and by the time you done looked and they ain't checked off the boxes, it looked like one of the kids.
Ego, man. So I don't want to be wanting to get deconstructed. So I just kind of throw a little bit out there, just a little bit. Then I pull it back in.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad. I was like, oh shit. I told Nika one day, I was like, I quit. Shit. It's too damn complicated. I don't wanna do it. It's too much.
Yeah, that'll be a whole nother story, a whole nother show. Shit.
It is, man. It is. It's a different breed, but I'm like you. I don't bring everybody around my baby. And I'm going to give that public service announcement up front, because I'm going to need you to know what it is. We don't need to get months down the line. And then I'm like, hey, so my son has autism. Because, some people have different feelings on what autism is. The first thing.
Right.
First thing you normally get is the R word. Hate that word, but
I don't deal with that. They always think my son would be good at math. I'm like, no, this ain't Rain Man over here. Like,
Really, he's not in math?
No.
Wow, and it's funny you said that, because that's normally what I hear is normally kids with autism are like high here in math, but reading is normally that deficiency.
You got to understand the spectrum, so you got high functioning, and you get as far down on the spectrum as, they got to be in a padded area. They'll hurt themselves and the people around them. So
yeah,
there's a lot in that spectrum, and a lot of people just consider, especially with the movies and the things that we see, they look at autism as kind of a personality quirk. And it's not. Here's the biggest thing people miss about autism. It doesn't have anything to do like proficiency in math or speech delays or nonverbal or tics or anything. All of that is the secondary stuff. The main thing to autism is the sensory disorders. Feeling, sight, overload, sensory overload. That is the main characteristic. And I used to get mad because LJ is gonna pull the neck of his shirts all the time, but he don't like, and I'm like, I feel kind of bad because I don't know if that's the autism or that's me, because I don't like that stuff all up on my neck neither. So and he would squint sometimes when he was little, and we were like, what's going on? Is he having seizures or whatever? And what it is just the sensory. He's processing all of this stuff, and it took me a while to learn that. I'm figuring that out, and as autism parents, we're learning stuff every day.
Every day. Yes. Every day. It is definitely a constant learning journey. Because I know even with Santi, it was crazy how we went from being able to go to the movies with no problem to all of a sudden we go in there, we sit down, we got the popcorn, we got the snacks, we didn't kick back. And then the movie start to play, and it's like, we're like, what is, and it was the noise. Sometimes the movie theater, sometimes it's just right, sometimes it's a little loud. So it was like we were playing Russian roulette. We're going to the movies because of the noise. Like, he's hypersensitive to it. Even in the classroom, like he has to be in a smaller classroom because when the kids is talking too loud and he's trying to focus and stuff, he gets irritated. Like, he's in his zone, like, I got this, and the kids is arguing and this and this. Oh, that takes him here. So he knows to tell them, Deuce, he's gonna go take a break because he gotta go bring it back down and just recollect itself, or when they ain't losing his headphones, because mommy not finna keep buying headphones in the school to use them, or somebody else then got them and took them home. Headphones is expensive. We have the headphone thing.
They would wear headphones because I get tired of hearing his music all the time.
You ain't got on the headphone thing?
I've tried.
Oh, but
on his ear, you can't get this off me.
I was just gonna say, all headphones aren't comfortable. So there was some before he would not.
And I got a little bit of every kind of headphone ever created. I got 20, 30 pair of headphones. He just don't want it. He don't want it.
He said, "You finna hear this music. You finna
get
it all
DJ."
And my man be having it like right here. I be like, yo, man, your nervous system. We be in the car and he hear the song he like, and I'm like, LJ, I'm a black man. You need to stop touching my radio because and you want to turn it up. I'll be like, now I see why my mom used to hate me, because I was a menace with the volume button. I'm like, yo, man, keep that thing down, man. I don't need to hear every vibration of the music. That's too much.
Look, now you don't, because back then.
Now my nerves be bad. He be done turned it up. I'll be like, say, man.
It do. Yeah, it is definitely like that. What is his food sensitivity look like?
He surprises me, but I mean, he's a chicken nugget. He loves tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Chips, donuts. He's got, his go-to, but yeah, we was in went to visit my mom for Thanksgiving, man. My man was trying smoked fish off the grill.
Oh,
he was eating, we were in Charleston. He was eating shark nuggets, and he didn't try it. If it's seasoned up and he smell it and it smells good, he gonna try it. But when he stick his tongue out, I'm like, he ain't going for that. I'll be like, try this, LJ. He'd be like,
he like, no. Like, no. Yeah, because I don't know what it is about autism and chicken.
I'm hearing from a lot of parents is that's just a thing with kids now. They only want chicken nuggets.
It's chicken. And Santia eat chicken. Like, he loves chicken wings. Lord, he like them fried up and nice. And if you fry
hard,
man, you fry him some chicken, he call it good chicken. It ain't just chicken. It's good chicken. And if you fry him some good chicken and he didn't give you the thumbs up, you are when I say you up there with him, you up there. Pink's got the chicken certification. Miss Hope got the certification with the chicken. Yeah, if you can fry him some good, of course his mama got it too. But if you can fry him some good chicken wings, you is in there like swimwear with him. He gotta have his chicken. He can eat chicken and spinach artichokes. He can eat every day.
Spinach artichoke? Okay.
That is how I get his vegetables in.
Because LJ ain't fooling with it if it got any kind of green. Yo, my man will look at that like, oh, you think I'm gonna eat this? That ain't happening.
Yeah.
I can sneak some stuff in on him, but
yeah.
And he'll mess you up. This LJ thing. I find something new that he like, and I'm excited about it. So I go to the grocery store, fill the refrigerator up with it. and then he done with it. As soon as my
Yes.
refrigerator is full, he'd be like,
Yes.
I don't want that.
Oh my
Dang.
man, say you be wanting to call Stamps and say, I bought all of y'all stuff. Can I bring that back? Because my son don't like it. Oh my!
And I ain't finna eat this.
Exactly. Oh man, that right there is like, it's like, oh, he like it like
man,
that.
how you gonna change on me midstream, bro?
Midstream, yes, because you be excited too. You be like, yay, he like it. So he like it. You like, let me go buy 20 of these because he like it.
So
And
because of that, they be seeing me at the grocery store every 2 or 3 days because I only buy, like right now he's into these turkey sausages, these smoked turkey sausages. So I'm winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know a day is gonna come where he gonna be like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, that's it. Yeah. I give so much stuff away. And then it's like, I be like, I had to start learning because I give it away and then he asked for it. And I'm like, I just gave it away. Then I go back and start buying it. He good for about 2 weeks and then he don't want them up. God, don't get what? Like you can't win. I be like, just freak. Because he ain't touching the school lunch, so that makes it even more. He ain't eating nothing at the school.
Come on, man, like not happening. Like
No,
they calling me talking about you gonna put some money on his account for what? He ain't eating that food.
exactly. Yeah, he ain't touching nothing. I have to like. Santi is known as the kid with the good food. Like Santi is eating pork chops, macaroni and cheese and stuff.
Yo, I'm up there. I'm grilling and chilling. I'm sending him. I got the special lunch bag with the hot and the cool side. Like I'm putting in work. Like they be halfway judging me when the lunch is light. They be like, "You wasn't on it today. It's a little light up in here." I be like, "Mind your business. Mind your business. You don't know me like that, okay?"
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna need that. I ain't found the hot one, the hot and the cold. You gonna have to hit me to that one because that be the other issue.
Target.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go look because that be part of my issue. Is in the morning he has his breakfast and he can heat that up, but during the day, like there's nothing to keep his other stuff, hot. I don't want him eating like cold spinach and artichokes and stuff like that. But he'll take his normal big breakfast and crazy thing, they be like, and I hate it because it be telling on me when I cook certain stuff. So it's like in the morning, it's like he walking there and he got lasagna, and then my text messages start going off. So we didn't get no lasagna this time. I be like, huh? He got lasagna. He in here eating lasagna. It's smelling all down. We ain't getting no lasagna. So when I make lasagna, here this person down at the bottom with that look. When I make lasagna, I have to make like 4 pans of lasagna. Between the person on the bottom, Santi himself, my mama, my brother, my daddy, just Nay, everybody, and his teachers.
I would suggest that you take a break from making lasagna if you got to do all that.
Yeah.
She didn't took a break already. Like I'm trying to get on for this year. Like we already
it's almost May. You ain't made the lasagna,
man.
Shame.
You know how long that gonna take? 4 pans of lasagna. That's the estimate. Because I have to send a pan to the school for the teachers.
A lot like not my problem.
You know what?
Exactly.
That's what we doing. That's really what we doing.
That's what was done.
The people say they want the lasagna, so you got to give the people what they want.
I ain't even getting them mine. I ain't gonna call you out, but I ain't had it's been a long time.
Yeah. I think
it
got something for us.
Why do teachers get a plate of lasagna, a pan of lasagna? I'm confused.
So what had happened was
that's probably why he got all them A's. You keep feeding them shit.
Yeah, because see what had happened was one of the mornings he took lasagna for breakfast. He in there. So that's when I started getting the text, and they was like, What, sir?
So he ate lasagna for breakfast.
Baby, you gonna want. Okay, let me.
Yes, he eats. If I make lasagna, a pan of lasagna, Santi is going to eat that lasagna till it's gone. Every morning, he's going to want it for breakfast, and he will eat it for dinner. He will eat it till it's gone. So yes, like I said, when you have a child with autism, their palate is very different. So yeah, yes, sir. What else we got? Yeah.
So then my last question is, why the hell I ain't had a pan of lasagna?
Tell her you'll be down here soon, and we can have that discussion. But we'll do it off the camera.
I'm just curious. I'm curious. All right, I'm gonna go back to my I'm gonna go back to rubbing my stomach.
Oh Lord. Okay. Oh Jesus. See, y'all killing me. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, so he started taking lasagna for breakfast. I started getting text messages like, Miss Bates, Santi's breakfast. And I'm like, oh shit. You know, you be looking like you looking like a bad parent because your kid is eating dinner for breakfast. But if he gotta eat, so if he ain't eating, if them biscuit, egg, and cheese ain't in the rotation, he gotta eat. So if that's what he gonna eat, that's what he gonna eat. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna let him starve, but that's what he gonna eat. So then I said, hey, Miss Bates, this lasagna look real good. Can maybe the next time you know, bless a brother. This was his coach. Can you bless a brother? So
bless a brother, huh?
Yeah. So that went from blessing that brother to blessing the sister, the other brother. So I got to send, like I said, basically it ends up being a pan of lasagna once it goes through all of his teachers. It's a pan that I have to send to the school when I make it. And then everybody else has got a pan. Nene and her boyfriend fighting over their pan because he eating too much and she mad. Yeah, see, it causes problems. Like it causes problems. So yeah, but I am.
Never mind. You breaking up. If your lasagna breaking up relationships, I don't want it.
Well, you know, Morgan was on the hill before. And he said he was like, lasagna ain't allowed in the house no more because it causes us problems. So
I don't want
yeah,
no problem.
but hey,
I'll be standing at your door, banging on the door, talking about, hey, where my pan?
That's what Nika be doing.
First of all.
Oh, that's why Nika be getting a rouse close to your house. Okay, that's what it is.
You know, I laugh at my bestie because everything that she says she didn't like is in the lasagna and she eats it with no problem. Yeah.
Why she looking at you like she want to cuss at you?
I'm telling you, man, that is.
I ain't gonna blast her and say what I want to say, which I've said it before. But yeah, I ain't gonna blast her and say what I want to say. But
might as well.
I won't show out in front of company, so I'ma just hush and behave myself. But soon as the live go off,
all I'm gonna say is, you know how somebody can be like lactose intolerant and they don't eat nothing else that's lactose intolerant, but then they'll turn around and want a whole thing lasagna that's full of dairy and stuff like that. Or you have somebody take chocolate.
She
just put all my business out.
Wow, that was pure violence right there.
I've put this out here on a couple of episodes back and said it, but it's like everything she don't like cottage cheese. Ew, cottage cheese. Well, cottage cheese, you eating cottage cheese when you eating the lasagna, man?
Nobody likes cottage cheese in its natural form, but when you cook it up,
thank you.
But ain't nobody just like, ooh, let me just get some of this cottage cheese. Nobody in the history of people.
Old people do. They eat it with fruit.
Thank you, John.
They eat it with fruit. They put it with the strawberries and the peaches.
The key word in that statement is old
people. And because that be awesome because they have to. Ain't nobody out here choosing cottage cheese. Like, ain't nobody ever get up and be like, oh, I could just go for some cottage cheese right now. That ain't happening. But when you cook it in something, bomb.
Y'all, I'm getting hungry. Can we not go for it?
Okay, so here we go. We gonna hit these comments because we do have some great comments in here, and some questions. Let me see where we go. So Esmeralda said, my son loves people but doesn't like being in places with too many people. Ooh, that right there. Yeah, that with me and him is the same way because I'm watching. I need to be able to see. I don't all that movement. I'm doing like that. I'm peeping the scene because soon as I'm gonna break out before something break out.
You used to have that issue with LJ, but as I start, because we were at the boardwalk in Atlantic City a couple of years ago, and he had a meltdown. But as he got older and I started exposing him to crowds more, my man was in Black Lives Matter planter. Was it Black Lives Matter? Where the Black Lives Matter street in DC.
Yeah.
My man was in there putting on a show, dancing, had the crowds coming around. I'm like, yo, LJ, we're gonna be on TV. I'm gonna get up out of here. You enjoying this attention, but daddy ready to go.
Yeah.
To go. But
yes.
As I started exposing them to more crowds, they're doing the Juneteenth thing down here. It's gonna be a big festival.
Okay.
I'm really thinking about taking to that because I mean, when are we gonna get? It's a lot of folks.
Yeah. What are they doing to that?
Really? You said,
oh, and I'll be back right on time.
Really? you got a lot on your plate when you come back, sir.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be homeless and shit. I might be at Black Lives Matter Plaza in a box.
For real, at the rate you going, yeah. Yes. So
at the rate I'm going, I still might be here in Juneteenth.
What I tell you? What you finna be over there till like November. You keep playing. They ain't trying to let you go. Like you finna be a resident.
They're gonna see just how good black people can swim.
Yeah, you gonna be shark bait because some shark like dark meat.
I'll be like Aquaman. I'm gonna tame that shark. Take me to the States.
Lord. So there was a question. I'm sure this was for you, John. How did you deal with it as a man, and was it like a kick to your ego? So I'm figuring that means the diagnosis of autism.
Yeah, and I talked about that earlier. You know, I had my expectations, and just kind of had to let go of that. But it was a process. It wasn't just one morning I woke up and the sun was shining. Like, I had to change my mindset about how I dealt with it. So it was definitely a kick. Again, like I said, he was going to be my quarterback and my point guard and all that stuff. And, my dreams for his life got turned upside down, but got something better. So
most deaf. I see Erica said back in the day we used to have the music bumping and rattling in the car frame. Now I'll be upset when I hear somebody rolling down the street bumping.
Right? I don't gotta have that music so loud. Cut it down. Everybody can hear that.
Yeah, I can't hear my music because your music loud. Like turn that down. Yeah, that's us getting old. Oh, Simone said my younger brother has autism and he actually likes salad and broccoli. And Esmeralda said the same thing. Look here.
Oh, wow.
I tried.
That is a blessing because that is not our story over here.
Man, because he's salad. He be like he put the cross fingers up like salad. Broccoli, he would mess with it maybe a little bit in his younger days. Now, he's like, he putting up the fingers like, nah. I think him and his sister green beaned themselves out because they want to eat green beans every day for like, I think it was like 2-3 years. Now they neither one of them really won't even touch no green beans. So that's what canceled that out. I was like, I got burnt out on green beans way before they did. So I was like, ooh. So he ain't messing. Like I said, spinach and artichokes. That's where I'm gonna get the vegetables in him at. He ain't messing. I did get him to try okra, which was like he's been more open to trying new things. It's actually funny when he chooses to use that line on me. Is usually when I think I'm gonna eat something for myself, and I'll be like, he's like, but mom, didn't you say I need to try new things? But dog, you don't like this though. You don't like this. You don't like this. But mom. And then he started liking it, and I'd be like, man, for real. Erica said, I don't think that's autism because I change my mind about food every day. yeah, I'd be struggling myself. Simone said, my younger will eat everything he has access to until it's gone. That's only if me and my mother let him. That's what's up. Because it'd be hard out here in these streets, I'm telling you. Somebody hit that one. That one is hard. So the question here, this is one of my top fears. It was asked about the possibility of interacting with the police.
Yeah, it's not happening, but it is a fear. It's a fear. And so I live out here in Alexandria, Virginia, and the cops here are pretty cool. A couple of them come to me talking about the Air Force and wanting to try to get into the reserves or something like that. So, they're pretty cool, but that's a concern of mine. So,
yeah, great concern with mine too, because you would hear so much in the news about autistic males being shot or some issue with that. For me, he does have the sleeve on his seatbelt. I can't bring myself to quite put the sticker on the car because I feel like it may be more of a target, like just a target situation. So I haven't done that. But the house is also registered with the police, emergency, that kind of thing, to where if emergency police, whatever is called to the house, that alert comes up in the system, letting them know that there is somebody in the house that has autism, that you need to be special care, and they will send somebody. They're supposed to send somebody that has knowledge and training in autism.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So if somebody's interested, I don't want to stop you. How would they get access to something like that?
I will put it, because that one is through the STEER program. Matter of fact, they had just sent me a card to update information like earlier this week, to go on there and update the information and everything, and make sure I guess we're still here and that kind of thing. So you have to register with that every so often. So I will definitely post that into the comments. So yeah, that is one of the those things that I think is helpful. Yeah, because that is a big fear, because I always, even like if I travel with him, I never travel with him by myself, like in case blowout, ticket, I never know what his reaction may be, or if that may be a trigger. You never know if you may get one of those cops that's having a bad day, on how that may happen. So yeah, I don't care, road trip, whatever, I don't travel with him by myself. So yeah, I try to.
Yeah, somebody said that police should be required to be trained on how to identify special needs. I agree. However, if you look at the police training, they're barely trained to identify good from bad people. So you're asking a lot. Yeah, because I hate to say it, even in the military, in some cases, the MPs are not trained to identify that. So, and the MPs are trained at a higher standard than the civilian police. Yeah, so it's very delicate subject.
It is, because my anxiety goes off whenever I see an article or anything that there was another issue with, like I said, someone with autism being killed, because there's 3 different levels to autism. You have the nonverbal, level, which is like that needs help, which is like the level. Well, excuse me, I'm going backwards. So level 1 is like that more independent, still needs some assistance level of autism, and it goes up from there. 3 is the most extreme, where you normally get the nonverbal that they need more assistance with day-to-day things. That's usually how they rate them. School system, if you ever try to get social security disability for them, they rate them on those levels of 1, 2, and 3. So you never know, everything is, they're not complying. So if you run into somebody that's a level 3 that can't talk, and they may or may not have their device, because some kids, if they're hopefully lucky, they do have a device that helps them communicate. And then you may have a level 2 where you may not can understand everything that they're saying. So there's those deficiencies there where they may be considered as them not complying, but you're not understanding, or the cops may not know, okay, this person doesn't talk. This person they moving their hands and they're trying to communicate. They may know, sign language or something like that. So it's that break in communication where, like I said, you don't know, so it kind of makes it hard. But even like with Santi is pretty much considered level 1. But there are some areas where, certain blends and stuff that he may struggle with, or I may understand him because I'm with him, but somebody at school may not understand him, and it could be, crisscross. That's why one of the reasons I really do push speech, because they have to be able to speak for themselves. They got to communicate, because everybody don't understand. But yeah, that's one of the real scary things with that. Yeah, really, really big fear, even considering that, he speaks pretty well now, thanks to, the speech and everything. But, it's still, if somebody is in their mode and they not listening, they may not understand. So, and I know me as a parent, I don't want to be like this. Autism. Like, you don't want to, walk around just like they got autism on their back. You know what I'm saying? It's another one of them things, like making them a target to me. That's why I said I have not put the warning, there's a child or someone in the car with autism thing. I just think that's like saying, hey, pull us over. Like, that's just my own little thing, just me. But like I said, if we do get pulled over, he does have the sleeve on the seatbelt with the awareness and the little slip and everything in there. So if you on one of them and you really don't take time to see this big old thing that says autism across his chest, I just pray that we just don't get pulled over. That'd be my thing, which I don't feel like we have bad cops or anything in San Antonio, but people have bad days. Yeah. I'm saying I have not experienced. This is my personal. Just my personal. I'm not, because I'm not saying they don't exist, but I'm just saying my personal. We have not experienced. And Santi, he loves police. This is the other crazy part to him. He loves police. If you got security, whatever, he going up, he's dapping you. Hey, how you doing? He's dapping you. He wants to give them a hug, and I have to be like, hey, son, wait, ask to shake his hand. Don't, like, please don't walk up on this man like and trying to hug, because you don't know. So that is one of those. That's one of those things. Just yeah, for me, just even besides that's like the added to him being a black boy.
And then ignorant people is just ignorant people. I saw that comment as well.
Yeah, and I saw that too, where someone asked, how do you deal with, oh God, I got a story on that too. How do you deal with people that don't understand or ignorant, judging them and you.
You know what?
That one. What?
Hold on. Okay, I was about to say because when I first met Nicole and a couple of my friends who got autistic kids, they say the worst people was their family.
Oh wow.
Woo!
Yeah, they say the worst ones was family.
Baby, how they sound on TikTok? That'll do it.
I ain't mean to trigger nothing. I was just saying. I got my confirmation, so I'm gonna go back on mute.
Yeah, you are, and the saddest thing is that's why I talked about when people start talking about why are you doing this, we don't do therapy, we don't, you're doing too much. It's in that same playing field, because you will get that when you try to explain to people that your child has autism, okay, you can't do this or don't do this, or those certain things, because I'm not gonna lie, the first thing they holler when you start seeing some of the behaviors is they need an ass whooping. Black people, yeah, processing is they need it. You letting them do this, he need his ass whooped. No, that's not what the hell it is. It's not. So wrong answer. But I remember the first time I told his biological father that he had autism. My baby was immediately called retarded. Not only by the father, but the grandmother, his paternal grandmother. So, and I was like, what the, really? Wow. Okay. He's smarter than both of y'all, but okay. So, then the way that it was explained to his siblings was that he was retarded and he drooled on himself. Now, Pinks, you've been around us since he was a baby. Besides some baby drool, that's the only drool you got. You ain't get there's no drool. And they were told that if you say fire or ice cream, he basically sets it off like a barroom brawl. Just he like throwing chairs and he's setting it off. Like I said, you've been around us how long? You've never seen any of that from him. So they also said he couldn't talk. So imagine when I took a trip to actually let him meet his siblings for the first time, and they're sitting there looking like
dumbass people.
They got that look like Daddy said. But my son is sitting there. He done sung a song that his sisters and them didn't even know he knew, and they harmonizing together. And he moves across the table, and he's teaching his brothers and them how to play his Nintendo Switch. And he's talking to him. He's like, "No, you got to do this." So imagine the look on their faces when what was told to them was told totally different. And when I send them reports, well, in the beginning was sending them reports and they would ask how he's doing, and he's getting A, B honor roll, and he's this and this, and they're looking like, this ain't what we was told. We're seeing something totally different. Like he's hugging on us, he's loving on us, he's cracking jokes, he's singing. This is not the same kid that we were told. So I can say that I haven't gotten that from my side of the family. But I can also say that my side of the family has not taken any steps to learn about autism. We've had places where we've done free classes. Me, my niece, and my daughter have taken those free classes to learn, because I wanted my daughter to understand what autism is, that this was not just him just acting out or being a spoiled child. This is what it is. I wanted to open their eyes to, okay, this is what it is. Okay, you complain he don't eat nothing, but look at this. We're in the picky eater class, and they going through and through. And then when you start hearing the other parents, and it was like, well, my child only eat chicken nuggets. It's like, they don't eat nothing else. No, chicken nuggets. They won't, like this kid only, she would not eat nothing else but chicken nuggets. And it couldn't be a knockoff brand. It was a specific brand chicken nugget. One day the chicken nugget in that brand wasn't available. the little girl wouldn't eat. Like their palate is so different. And you know, with us growing up, Black families, you had to eat what was on your plate. I ain't give a damn. They ain't give a damn if you didn't like it. You gonna eat what's on your plate. So it's different when you have this child with autism and they're not eating what's there, and they're only wanting this one thing, and then you got the other people like, so you ain't gonna make them eat. Well, when I was this age, you made me eat my food on the plate. Well, he different. Like you have to parent a child with autism different than you parented before, because I had to do that whole turn. Like you learn so much. You learn what work and don't work. Like a butt whooping versus me telling him he can't get on that PlayStation. Baby, that PlayStation is like I didn't killed him or something. Like I didn't shot him in the pinky toe or something. He feeling some kind of way. His feelings is hurt, but he gonna get on it. He gonna get it together. So that discipline version of me taking things away that he likes works better than me whooping him, or that kind of thing. So yeah. So no, like I would say family. Yeah, especially the other side.
Yeah.
John, you got that part?
Think you covered it all. I'm good.
Yeah. See, so it's been some ignorant things, but like I said, I'm like, dude, he's smarter than you and your mama. You really want to be technical, but okay, he do numbers in his head, dog. Like, what is eye closed? Yeah, he trying to teach me how to do it. And I'm like, boy, I say, I ain't gotta do that no more. Like, he gets math awards every year. Like, he's acing hundreds out on his tests, and like his new teacher, she first time experiencing him this year, and she's like, man, like he 100 out on his test. He like 100, like she be feeling like the work ain't good enough. Like man, but that's his area. Just like any other kid, they have that subject that they or whatever that they excel at, and he loves math. So yeah, so got that. Let me see. Yeah, Esmeralda says she definitely hopes her son outgrows it. Simone said, yeah, she's worried about the police with her brother. Yeah. We all would like for training, definitely, but like DW gave that wonderful explanation, it's fingers crossed and some hope and some prayers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. Well, y'all have any more questions for Mr. Singletary tonight?
No,
Hey, you related to the producer?
Yeah. What producer?
Yeah. Jon Singletary.
His last name is Singleton.
Yes.
Oh shit.
You know what?
He like what?
My bad. All right, I'm going back on mute.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna chop that up to you not having your pancakes, because
I ain't had nothing, man. Besides that soda trying to settle my stomach.
yeah, just you was eating stuff you shouldn't have been eating. You gonna learn today, boy. You gonna learn today.
Man, I had a live squid about a couple months ago, and my stomach went tore up. It was just, I don't know what it is.
You had live squid.
Yeah, man. Whoo! I'll tell you about it after this.
Yeah, you can keep that.
Oh yeah, they can keep it too after I tell you. I was like, nah, I ain't doing it no more.
Well, the key word was live, so
technically it wasn't live, but it was still moving.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you.
Squid babies all in your stomach right now. That's why your gut's fucked up.
It ain't make it to my stomach. Once that motherfucker try to crawl back up my throat,
Oh my, okay.
Yo.
I'm good.
You nasty. You nasty.
I told you I'll tell y'all later.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, before we go though, I do have a question. What is the IEP process like with LJ? Because I know you mentioned he was in school.
We just get together and go over his goals. with LJ at his level, it's mastered and an emerging skill or needs more work, and he's either mastered or emerging skill and that stuff. But I mean, his mom was always really involved, so I just picked that up, get really involved. Like I'm gonna be hands-on. The teacher's gonna know me, they're gonna see me, they gonna know us. So you just get hands-on, be involved, and you do the IEP long enough, you start to come up with your own goals and kind of be more active in kind of authoring that IEP. So.
Yeah. So your first IEP, did it make you drink?
No, because I mean, so I don't want to call it an advantage. I would say it's different. So like you were saying, your son is level 1, where LJ is probably low 2, maybe 3. So you come into it more with, hey, this is what it is. Like there's no gray. He's nonverbal, so he gonna surprise you, yes. And there's a lot of stuff that he's aware of, but you understand what your limiting factors are. So like there's not a lot of gray areas. So I think probably for that reason it's easier because it's a lot more straightforward for me.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. My first IEP, I was like, huh? Because they using them IEP words that I wasn't familiar with. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't ready. But once I did get Asante an advocate, and his advocate is like freaking amazing. Like that dude is like freaking amazing. He's gonna make sure Asante gets the everything that he needs, the accommodations, everything across the board. Like he's over it. And last IEP, I had the joy of actually seeing him go into Papa Bear mode over my baby, and I had to message him. You all right over there? They ticked him off, but Santi's team that we have is really amazing, from doctors to therapists, speech therapists. Everybody is really, really amazing. But yeah, his advocate and his sped teacher are so freaking phenomenal. Like, yeah, they get lasagna all the time and Tiff's treats and stuff like that. Them my dogs. I love them to pieces. But they're very awesome. But yeah, that IEP about made me drink. But I know that even as we are parents, we are also advocate for our kids, and we have to advocate for them till because people don't understand or have no knowledge or whatever. So we'll definitely have to be advocates for them, and it's just what you got to do. And it's just really that extra fight from what you already fighting for your child if they didn't have a disability. So it's but yeah, because you be having to deal with a lot of people. I was like, I don't like people like this, but I be peopling because there's so many people I got to deal with. I was like, I don't even like you, but I'm handling it. We work it. We got an understanding. So that's what's up. You finna ask a question, ain't you? Because I seen you on me. Okay.
No, I had a statement because I'm sitting there thinking.
Go ahead.
I had a statement. No, talking to y'all too and just hearing it, especially from a man's point of view.
Yeah.
It kind of made me think, because one of my fears of having another child at this age was the increased possibility of them coming out with a disorder, and that will, I'm gonna just be honest, that will crush me, because I got close friends who he did the same thing and their child came out with a disability. But listening to you, John, it's like it's not a bad thing. It's not the end of the world.
Mm-mm.
It's not it's not a hindrance actually. And just listen to how you came through and how you, I guess you could say, got dealt with a double whammy, like his mother passing, and then you had literally dropped up on your lap like, hey, here you go. Now it's full time. It kind of made me like, I'm tripping. Like, yeah, you really tripping. So
I mean, we got struggles and we'll talk about it, but at the end of the day, man, like if you got a child, so that love, man, if you love your child, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like no, we sure didn't choose this. Trust me. But when you love your kid, it just is what it is. If it's in you to be there for your kid, you're gonna be there regardless. And if it's not in you, then I mean, your child could be the idol of perfection, and you still gonna bounce. So you know,
yeah.
Definitely.
That's real. That is very real.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I know even with, my kids are 13 years apart. So, I wasn't even in that mind frame. Autism wasn't even nothing that came across conversation or whatever. So, like Santi was literally my missing piece anyway, because I just felt incomplete, because I was like, I want my son. Like, I want my son. And then I get him and I'm like, ooh, from pregnancy to now, I was like, ooh, Jesus, you just came just showing out. Like, I didn't know. I'm used to when I was pregnant with Nene, I'm running down the street playing water gun fight with Santi. I was in the bed half the dang on pregnant. Like, what is going on here? What is the hell is going on? So it's been, like Jon said, it's a journey. Even as a parent, you have these interesting journeys. And I would say, even with Santi, this journey has been interesting. I've learned a lot. I've gained so much strength and understanding and knowledge. And every day is a different day to look at something in a positive way. Because I can tell you, sometimes my face don't look right and I don't say nothing, and he know, and he can just say the right thing. Maybe he drops some motivation to himself, and I'll be like, okay. But it is like the most rewarding. We have our fears of different stuff, but we would still have that same fear if they didn't have autism. We still worry about, okay, they make it home at night. Nay is 24. I still text her, hey, you make it home from work? Hey, what you doing? I still do that. I would do the same thing with him. When she leaves from here, I'm like, hey, be careful. Text me, let me know you made it. I would still have that same level of concern for him like I have. It's just that mama bear in me. That's just me being a parent. So just them couple other fears, like I said, you feel like you can't die, because Jon, I promise, my nightly prayer is like, I want to be that 90-year-old woman with my baby. I still want to be here with my baby. So I pray that on a daily. I do. That is my prayer, because I feel like I can't die. But I mean, it's you have to just put a little extra work, to make sure that where they have their deficits, which is what you would do with a child that has spelling issues, you're going to make sure that they get that extra that they need. So, but it's rewarding. I wouldn't change it for the world. I love that kid to pieces. I look at him and watch him when he sleep, and I just smile. Sometimes I cry, because I think of everything we've been through in the last 11 years. And he is a true warrior, because he's been through a lot, and he's still here. So even when the world tried to take him out, he's still here. So yeah, and you can't change those moments for nothing. Those make the journey worthwhile. So on that note, I'm gonna let Nika Pinks over there go on and get your outro, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, mine is really, really simple. I just want to say thank you, Jon, for coming on tonight and letting us into your lives, and dropping knowledge and giving us information, because I feel like we shouldn't have to wait until we're adults and in corporate world to find out about diversity and inclusion and what that means. Like, that should be something that we learn about in elementary school, so when we grow up, we're not misinformed. And it shouldn't take people that have to have a direct contact or someone with autism directly there in their lives for them to be informed. And I feel like the more, as mine and T's friendship grows, like, I'm learning about autism, you know, the ins and outs, not everything. I'm no expert, but having that knowledge to be like, okay, you know, and have that understanding. I feel like a lot of people don't have that and they need that. Because I think back to, you know, elementary school and having, you know, the special education classes come and people are scared of them or kids running from them and pointing. And it's like just that lack of knowledge and understanding, looking back, that was really messed up. But it was not knowing and not understanding. And then thinking back to my friends, family members, oh, that's just crazy, Michael. He just crazy. He don't talk. He just crazy. And it's like, no, he wasn't crazy. Y'all just didn't get him what he needed to develop him into the best person he could be. And I think with y'all, I just commend y'all so much for going that extra for your kids, because y'all care and don't want it to be crazy Michael off in the corner. Y'all are being active and trying to get them to be the best that they can be and reach full potential and keep growing. And a lot of people just stop and be like, I'm gonna get this check and just done. Like they don't care anymore. Oh, well, we gonna get this check and he gonna take his meds and that's it. And I just love the fact that y'all are so hands-on. And then Jon, again, for you to be a father, and we know there's fathers out there that don't do, you know, so just to hear that, it's like they do exist. So kudos to you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And just, yeah, thanks for being here. Okay, I'll shut up.
You look, Jon, you know, back in the day when we first get in the church and that person that didn't want to get on the microphone, and then when they got on the microphone, they got that whole long speech. Remember, praising.
You should have told me to take my time then. Take your time, nigga Pinks.
I don't know how she gonna talk.
Wait, say what? You know, I didn't do the thing. I didn't like talking in church, man. I hated that. Hated it. That's why I was trying to miss a lot of days. Next, DW, you want to get your outro, sir? Are you over it?
I already did.
You was just okay.
That was just. I was sitting here looking at the wall, standing here looking out my window. No.
Oh my God!
That was finna be Case, or who that was finna? Was that Case? Who was
that? Was Case?
No, it just popped in my head, but no,
it was Case. I'm Missing You by Case.
Pick up the phone.
Mm-hmm. That's her song,
baby. That's my song.
That's her song.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You can tell.
Now that's the song. Yeah, that's the jam right there.
Yeah.
Cue the DJ. Tell LJ to put that on. Cue the DJ. I need to get from here.
Nah, it was just made me realize it, and just like again, like I said, hearing his story, then hearing my homeboy's story. Well, I call him my nephew. Hearing his story and how all the stuff that Rodney went through dealing with his, and I was just like, what am I worried about? Like, there's resources out there to help you get through it. There's men out there that's going through it. Right,
you overthinking it anyway.
Very much, like so far over. Like distance from Texas to Korea over, like over.
I guess so, but that's what's in my head. That's what I was thinking about. That was one of my fears of having another child at this age. Cause I ain't no spring chicken.
You sure ain't. Dusty.
Shit, I feel like Kentucky Fried Chicken, but just nasty. But,
wait, what? Okay.
Kentucky Fried Chicken fried at Old Grease.
Yes, just nasty. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's my outro.
Okay. Well, Jon.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. It's time to put this young one to bed, so I appreciate y'all.
Look, put him to bed or him put you to bed, because your eyes looking like Nika's.
Look.
It's been a long day.
I feel you.
Woo! Oh man, most definite. So I thank you for coming on tonight. Like, you don't know what it does to me, did to my heart and everything. And definitely just showing a different side, the father side. So I definitely appreciate you. Like I said, LJ the DJ, that's my nickname for him. Yeah, because he be on it. He got me with the music. We be vibing. So, like I said, I thank you, appreciate you much. To everybody, we do still have our Saturday episode tomorrow. Tomorrow is working anxiety. You know, a lot of us have that anxiety with going to work and the issues that we have. See, man, man. And John, we got Altagracia coming on tomorrow. So yes, you already know. Yes, Altagracia Felix will be on with us tomorrow to talk about it, because man, it's realer than real deal Holyfield out here in these streets. Y'all don't even understand. So definitely tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central while we talk about it and tackle it. And thank y'all for tuning in as always. We love y'all, we appreciate y'all, and we out.